Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and today is the anniversary event, the Appreciation Festival, the second anniversary of Monster Hunter World. I feel like I should have a birthday cake here so that I can wish the game a happy birthday because yo, it's cool. Like, we're celebrating it in Iceborne now, and as part of that, as part of the Appreciation Festival, there's new event quests to do, there's new weapons to get, there's new gear to get, and some of those weapons are so incredibly awesome. So, in this video, I want to go over all of the new stuff, your ultimate guide to the Appreciation Festival. Everything you need to know in one handy place. So if you do enjoy this, you do find it helpful, then a like would be super appreciated. And of course, be sure to comment down below, let me know what you guys are going to be diving into and getting first. So let's start at the very top. When you log in, as part of your daily login bonus, you of course get the typical lucky vouchers you always get, plus you will also be getting gratitude tickets. These are the Appreciation Festival theme tickets, and you can use them to craft the festival armor set. In this situation, that is the Astral set, and you'll need a grand total of 5 tickets to craft it. Now, as always, you can also get the layered armor set, but very quickly going over the armor set itself. Firstly, it just looks really cool. This is that kind of astral space, weird, like ethereal looking armor set, and you can also color this so you can actually change that from blue to, you know, some other colors that you like. In terms of skills, this, much like the Oolong set from the last festival, also has that same blessing set bonus. You have the 3-piece and the 5-piece set bonus, because in this event, if you want to get the layered armor version of this, you need to have the gratitude VIP tickets. They come from a different location, and wearing this armor increases your chances at getting that. So you don't need this. It does of course make your life easier, but it isn't mandatory. That being said, on top of that, this armor set also has wide range level 3, crit boost level 3, divine blessing level 2, flinch free level 2, and weakness exploit level 2. So it's not necessarily got bad skills per se, but I will say as armor sets go, it is definitely not going to be the meta shattering, meta defining set. There may be a few pieces you can grab here or there, but generally speaking, as armor sets go, as is often the way with the festival sets, generally speaking, it's not really going to be something that you gravitate towards. What you're instead going to be doing is, as mentioned, making the layered version, which you can do once you've got the VIP version of the tickets. Now, much like before, the VIP versions can come from one of two locations. You can either just do master rank quests and they can drop as a additional bonus reward, or you can go and do low rank hunter helper quests and go and help some hunters, and you can also get them in the rewards. Keep in mind, these tickets are not guaranteed every single time. In fact, I spent a good few hours doing this morning, and I still only have 3 of the 5 needed, so they're a little bit rare, and obviously it's for that reason you would probably want to try and grab the armor set for that bonus, but either way, that's what you need to do. So you can either make the armor set, or you can make the layered set. The layered one is personally what I'm gravitating most towards. Following on from there, if you then jump over to the quest counter, you can of course speak to the quest lady, scroll down to event quests, and we now have 4 brand new event quests to turn our attention to. The very first one is called Flora Frostbite, and this one simply requires that you go and gather 10 ice blooms incredibly quick. If you actually go to the middle camp in the Hoarfrost Reach, just go up to like area 15, there's all those frozen plants, gather them from there, and that will complete your quest. And generally speaking, through one completion, you'll probably have what you need to make the armor piece, which in this case are Wyverian ears. And if you really want those, then of course they can be colored as well. As you can see here, mine are actually black because of course that's how I've colored the rest of my armor. But in terms of skills, it has 2 points in Mushromancer, 1 point in Survival Expert, and a whopping level 4 slot. So again, not necessarily something you will 100% be gravitating towards, but it does look kind of cool. You could probably get some value out of it. Maybe if you're doing like a support SOS set, then maybe you may be running Mushromancer. Either way, that is how you get those ears. Now next up, I want to talk about the Guild Palace weapons, but before we get started, I want to take a moment to bless you with some wisdom. See, there comes a time in every hunter's life where you're presented with a rather difficult choice. Do you take the weapon that does most damage? Or do you take the weapon that looks the coolest? It's a very difficult choice in a game where you make lots of weapons and armor and weapons look very cool. Let me tell you, there is only one correct answer here, and the answer is take what looks the coolest. Because if you don't look cool while hunting, did you even do the hunt? Now, yes, I know some people will be like, what the hell, man? No, you need to take the monster down fast, otherwise you're being toxic. No.
Listen.
If you don't look cool, you're not hunting, alright? I'm joking. Anyway, that aside, the reason I'm saying this is because the Guild Palace weapons look so damn awesome. They are like probably some of the coolest looking weapons I've seen in a very long time, and I don't care what anybody says, I'm gonna make them, every single one of them, because I want them. That being said, if you're on PC, they're actually exceptional weapons, and on console, they're still very good. They may not be safi'jiiva good, but anyway, let's talk more specifically about this. So the quest you need to do, if you want to get any of these, is 50 Shades of White. It simply has you hunt a Barioth in the arena, so as things go, it's actually a pretty simple quest. And it's probably for that reason, because you're going to be doing this a lot if you want all of these weapons. Now I'm going to leave them scrolling in the background, so you can of course take a look at them. You can of course see the stats on the side. You craft the base version and you can then upgrade it. Keep in mind, in order to craft the base version, obviously you need the tickets from the event. However, when you want to upgrade it, you're actually going to need the arena coins, which makes sense because we've had the Guild Palace armor set in the game for quite some time. Really cool looking armor set, actually has some decent skills on it. Assuming you've done some of the arena quests, they're the ones you go in with 2 players and you run through and do the time trials to get the coins. So factoring that in, we now have weapons to correspond with those. Now this is important, as mentioned before, because for PC players, since you don't have access to safi'jiiva right now, these are incredibly good weapons. Purple sharpness, great attack values, and if you want to go and awaken them, they actually have very high water on them as well. So in certain situations, I haven't of course run the numbers on everything, but in certain situations they may well outperform some of the Dura weapons. So as water weapons go, as raw weapons go, as just in general as weapons go, these are actually worth your time. Now yes, obviously if you're on console, if you are going to try and be ultra efficient, the safi'jiiva weapons will generally speaking win out, because of course you can augment them, you can upgrade them, there's a lot of stuff you can do to them. safi'jiiva weapons have largely speaking become the meta in most situations. But that being said, as I said before, it is completely fine to make weapons because they look cool, and I'm doing exactly that. I have a very nice safi'jiiva sword and shield, but I'm still making the sword and shield for this because it looks damn awesome and I want to use it. I mean, look at the designs for some of these different ones. The charge blade looks fantastic, the greatsword, the sword and shield, pretty much every single weapon just looks so awesome. So yeah, these are the Guild Palace weapons. As mentioned, again, for PC players, considering this festival does of course coincide with PC and console, if you guys are going to be jumping in and grabbing these will actually see you through very, very well for quite some time. Of course, you guys have Rajang dropping next month, who also has some pretty noteworthy weapons. You then have Stygian Zenoga and safi'jiiva the month after, so soon you'll be getting some of those meta-defining weapons, but until that point, these are genuinely very, very good options. So honestly, grab these, have fun with them. Following on from there, we then have the quest Beef is Never a Mistake, which I love. I mean, beef is definitely never a mistake because it's a great source of iron if you guys care about nutrition. But anyway, that aside, this is the quest you want to do if you want to go and craft the Well Done Hammer. If you want this drumstick hammer, then this is basically what you need to do. Again, you can craft it, it can also be upgraded, it's got a hefty chunk of blue sharpness, it's got some decent damage on it. It's not necessarily going to be a hugely powerful weapon, but you know, as weapons go, it's a giant drumstick that you can smack a monster around the face with. I don't think I need to say more. And then finally, the other quest is a shocking climax. This will have you hunt a Zenoga followed by a Namiel, and that'll then let you craft the Space Lord Super 8 Hammer. Now this thing, you know what? When I looked at this, I was like, this is basically Wyvern Ignition in hammer form, because it's basically a giant, well, I mean, it's a Space Lord, it's like a space engine, a jet engine, as a hammer, which looks very cool. It's also red, which is my color scheme, so I definitely really like this one. And the fact that you can kind of just craft it outright, it crafts straight into rarity 12, so there's no upgrades needed for it. It has decent attack on it, it has white sharpness, 0% affinity, also a hefty chunk of water, so, you know, it's also a pretty decent weapon. But honestly, of all the ones that we've seen so far, those Guild Palace weapons are definitely the ones you want to be paying attention to. Now, outside of that, much like in the last event, the Steamworks have also been upgraded again, so you can get some additional tickets from the Steamworks if you want to go and get those. You can then take them to the Melder and change them or exchange them for decorations, so that's also going to be incredibly useful. And of course, by logging in on a daily basis, doing your bounties, you can get more of those gratitude tickets. So there you have it, there's a rundown on the Appreciation Festival. Make sure you keep it locked because as always, I have another video dropping later on today talking about the other event quests you should be doing during this time, as I always do, kind of every time there's an event quest or every time there's a festival, we just kind of run over all the most noteworthy quests you guys want to be doing. So if you're trying to sort of jump back in and work out what you should be farming, then this will be for you. But anyway, for the time being, that's it. Don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next videos, and of course, stay tuned for plenty more.